Yo, what is up, y'all? It's Cone back here again today with another video. Josh Giddey was recently ruled out for the rest of the season with a hip injury, ending what was a really productive and fun rookie season from OKC's first top 10 draft pick in a really long time. And so as the biggest Thunder fan in the world, I thought it'd be kind of cool to go through and talk about some of my favorite parts of Giddey's rookie season, kind of break down his stats, what was so impressive about his year, and kind of talk about what things in particular I was impressed with, as well as kind of where I see him going in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by kind of listing some of his stats. I'll flash a graphic up here so that you can follow along. Through 54 games in his rookie season, Josh Giddey put up 12.5 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 6.4 assists, just under 1 steal a game, 3.2 turnovers, shooting about 42% from the field, 26% from 3, and 71% from the free throw line. So those are his stats. He was also a 4-time Rookie of the Month in the Western Conference. Prior to his injury, he was the only one to win out in the West, so he was by far the best Western Conference rookie this season. He should theoretically be all-rookie first team. He was 7th in points per game amongst rookies, 2nd in rebounds per game amongst rookies, only behind Evan Mobley, which is kind of crazy as a point guard. First in assists per game amongst rookies by almost a full assist. Cade Cunningham in second at 5.6. He became the youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double multiple times, including multiple triple-doubles in a row. He recorded 4 of those over the course of his season, which is the 7th most all-time by a rookie. He had double-digit rebounds in 16 games and double-digit assists in 9 of them. Some of his best games included a 17-point, 13-rebound, 14-assist, 4-steal game against the Dallas Mavericks, a 28-point, 11-rebound, 12-assist game against the Knicks. A lot of y'all probably remember that one. That was probably his best game of the season. 19, 8, 7, and 4 against the Sixers, and a game where he almost had his first triple-double pretty early in the season. The game where Shea hit the game winner against the Clippers. He put up 8, 18, and 10. So those were some of my favorite performances of him. And in particular, he continued to get better over the course of the season. He was playing his best basketball in February over the course of 10 games. He put up 16.3 points per game, 8.7 rebounds, 7.7 assists, 46.6% shooting from the field, 27.8% from 3, and 77.3% from the free throw line. So that's a great season. That was what he ended up winning his last Rookie of the Month with. Of course, after February, he didn't play any in March, and so he's not going to win Rookie of the Month for March. But overall, it was just a phenomenal season. Like, all of those things I read off kind of speak to how impactful and how great Josh Giddey was in what really is an incredible draft class. We've had some insane rookie performances. This has been one of the most stacked draft classes in years between Mobley, Cade, Jalen Green, Scotty Barnes, Davion Mitchell is going off right now. You've got Herb Jones. Şengün's had some big moments. Trey Mann, of course, as a Thunder fan, I'm going to mention him, and many, many others. Jonathan Kuminga is another name that comes to mind. Franz Wagner, he's in the Rookie of the Year race too. It's been a super incredible year for rookies. And so for Josh Giddey to put up all these incredible stats, be a 4-time Rookie of the Month out in the West, it's really, really impressive, and it speaks to how NBA ready he was, how he kind of just dismissed all of the doubt immediately the second he came onto an NBA court. He really didn't even play Summer League either. He played for about 5 minutes, turned his ankle, and then didn't play again. So he really didn't have a lot of ramp-up time. He kind of just came into the fold of things. Multiple times over the course of the season, he was asked to kind of take over as the lead ball handler from Shea while Shea was out with injury, and he completely thrived in that role. He made everyone around him better. His rebounding was incredible. His passing, everything got better over the course of the season. Of course, his passing is probably the thing that most comes to mind when a lot of y'all think of Josh Giddey, and that makes sense. He's already become one of the best inbound passers and has one of the best passing visions in the league. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes he'll pass to guys and it'll be like a turnover because guys aren't ready for it. They don't expect Giddey to somehow be able to get the ball to them, and I think that'll come along with more time, more practice together, more chemistry building. His ability to handle the ball, his ability to get guys open with passes, which is a super valuable thing. Something that I was really looking forward to when Josh Giddey was drafted was his ability to help Shea out with the playmaking role, because last season it was pretty much all Shea, and this year having Josh Giddey, it was just so fun to be able to see 2 guys with ball handling skills, 2 guys that could play make for others. His rebounding spoke to me a lot as well. I was kind of shocked at how great of a rebounder Josh Giddey was this season. He really just has kind of a nose for where the ball's going to go off the shot. shot. He kind of knows the shot arc well. He just repositions himself in such a good spot to be contesting for not just defensive, but a lot of offensive rebounds, which is huge for a guy in Josh Giddey, who's such a good passer. Having his ability to go and get offensive rebounds and immediately have the ball in his hands as one of our primary playmakers, it's super valuable to getting second chance opportunities. His ability to both get that ball and put it back up and in, or the second he catches it, he starts surveying the floor to find who's open off of the offensive rebound with people scrambling. And he's just so good at creating and operating in those second chance opportunities, both offensively and on the defensive end. His ability to grab rebounds over taller defenders. It's not just like he was getting uncontested rebounds. He was incredible grabbing it over like 7-footers, just positioning himself in ways, boxing people out to make sure that he got the rebound to secure the defensive possession would be over. Just really impressive effort from Josh Giddey. That was super cool. He had a lot of clutch plays too. A couple games where he hit big jumpers down the stretch. I can think of one game against the Clippers where he hit like a pull-up mid-range over Paul George, which was impressive. His shooting continues to come along. He's, as you can probably tell by his stats, not the most efficient shooter, but his finishing was huge around the basket. I was really impressed by some of the more finesse finishes that he made. His spin move was really effective in traffic. Really just his ability to operate in traffic, whether it is getting the ball up to the rim or just manipulating the defense with a drive to be able to either dish off to a big under the basket or kick it out. And that'll only get better when OKC gets a lob threat, which is something I have been lobbying for this whole season into the draft. Coming out of this draft, or at least out of the offseason, I want Josh Giddey and Shea to have a lob threat, because I think Josh Giddey with a lob threat, I think he could lead the league in assists very, very soon. He's a guy that I'm very confident in that he's going to lead the league in assists at some point. His vision is just too good, and when he gets more shooters around him, as well as a lob threat, it's going to be so hard to stop. His playmaking in the pick and roll was super fun to watch. Once again, we don't really have a true center. Our best centers are either like Mike Muscala, who is a 7-footer, but he's more of a stretch big. And then we've got guys like Jeremiah Robinson Earl, Isaiah Roby that are like 6'9", Derek Favors, who's a little bit shorter. He had a lot of success with Derek Favors. Josh Giddey did in kind of like that short roll where he would stop at the mid range and pop that shot around the free throw line. So that was a fun little thing that they had there. Just all around, he immediately kind of found chemistry with a lot of guys. Him and Kenrich Williams had a lot of chemistry on cuts. There were a lot of times where Josh Giddey could kind of just find the cut. He also himself is a pretty smart cutter. He knows when to attack the basket. And in addition to attacking the basket, he also knows when to either go up with the shot or dish it off again. He's smart at making that extra pass when need be. He's just such a high IQ player. Everything that he does feels calculated. It's smart. Sure, he's going to make mistakes, but as he gets, like, this was only his rookie season and he was doing all of these things in his rookie year. It was kind of hard to believe that he was one of the younger rookies coming out of this class. Probably one of the biggest things over the course of the season that was being evaluated was his fit with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And personally for me, I saw a lot of promising things. The two of them definitely have to kind of figure out how to both play off ball because they're both used to having the ball in their hands a lot. But I think there were a lot of games where it showed how well it can work, especially if Giddey does improve that 3-point shot. And the fact that, like I mentioned, over the course of February, he was shooting 77% from the line. I think that's really promising for him developing a better 3-point shot. He doesn't need to be like a 40% shooter or anything like that, but if he can get up to like mid-30s, that would be huge for him and Shai together as a duo. And even so, Shai, I think, can thrive as well as an off-ball creator at times as well. Giddey getting him the ball in like a catch and shoot situation, which Shai shoots a lot better in catch and shoot threes than off the dribble threes over the course of this season, or even just catching the ball and kind of, you know, doing a quick pump fake and then attacking the basket. Shai would be kind of impossible to guard in that situation. I think the two of them have a lot of chemistry together, and I think as they continue building that, it's only going to get better. But there are a lot of reasons to be excited about that pairing going forward. That's one of my favorite things about this season was the two of them together. Feeling so good about our backcourt of the future going forward with Shai and Giddey there. I think they're going to be a top 5 backcourt in a few years, assuming nothing drastic happens. But overall, I've been super impressed with Josh Giddey. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about his rookie season. Kind of going back towards the beginning of things, a lot of people were upset with the pick, and to be honest, I was shocked that we did pick Josh Giddey. He wasn't someone that was on my radar as much, but quickly it kind of became apparent how well they're going to fit together with the playmaking, his ability to just make smart reads and really continue to add high IQ ball handlers to this team, which kind of seems like the theme that Sam Presti is going for. He wants everyone on the team to be able to make reads, to be able to handle the ball. in situations where Shea's being double teamed, or just to keep our offense or keep the opposing defense on their heels and keep the offense really dynamic, having those ball handlers. And I think Josh Giddey is a big piece of that going forward. I was super impressed. I couldn't have asked for more from Giddey's rookie season. He even showed some cool defensive flashes as well. He's really quick with his hands under the basket. Being a taller player around 6'9", there are a lot of times he'll end up on a switch and he'll be kind of lower towards the basket. And when bigs try and post him up, he's really quick with his hands to knock the ball away or just force them to kind of relocate their shots, which was a pretty cool thing coming into it. I was super impressed. I'm really excited about Josh Giddey's future. I think he's going to be an all-rookie first-teamer. I think he would have had a case at Rookie of the Year if he didn't get hurt. But of course, that's like a what if. I'm not going to hark on that or anything like that or say, oh, Josh Giddey deserved it. There have been some great rookies this year, and I'm just super excited that Giddey was one of the pieces in this great rookie class that I think is going to continue to dominate for the course of the rest of their careers. I'm super excited about Giddey, happy he's on the Thunder, and I'm glad he's not anywhere else. Let me know what you thought about Josh Giddey's rookie season if you're a Thunder fan, and if you're not, let me know what you think of him as an outsider. Projecting going forward, I really just, in next season, I want to see his shooting improve and kind of just see him and Shea continue to build that chemistry. I think that is one of the most important parts of this rebuild going forward, and like I said, I would love to see us get a lob threat for Josh Giddey for next season, because I think that could really open up his game a lot, and he could average double-digit assists if he gets a lob threat next year. But for right now, that's all I have to say about Josh Giddey. I appreciate y'all watching. I will see you all later. Real one.